Hello, my name is Sam Feltham, the Director of the Public Health Collaboration, and welcome to our 2021 virtual conference. It's been a difficult year to say the least, but I just wanted to start off by saying thank you to all of our ambassadors, members, patrons, and scientific advisory board members for all of your support through these difficult times. Without you, we would never be able to continue to better inform the public about the power of lifestyle to help create a better world. Now, before I let the next presenter speak, this conference is 100% free for all forever. However, if you find the content here today valuable, then please consider a £2 donation or whatever you can afford via www.phcuk.org/donate, or if you're in the UK, you can simply text PHC to 70660 to donate £2 directly from your phone, and of course texts are charged at your standard network rate. We hope you enjoy the conference from wherever you are in the world, and be sure to get involved in the civil conversation here on YouTube or by using the hashtag PHCVCon2021 on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Thanks for your support and be well.
Hi, I'm Joanne McCormack, and I just want to share this with you. And today I'm going to talk about how I've used WhatsApp and Zoom over the last year to create communities for change, communities where people talk about and learn about real food and about how those real foods can help their health. Essentially, what happened was this. So in May 2019, I was putting the key in the door and a man got out of his car. I thought he was going to ask directions. I thought he was lost, but he said, "Are you Dr. Joanne McCormack?" And I said, "Yes." And then he said, "Are you part of the Public Health Collaboration?" And I said, "Yes," again. And he said, "I want to help you because great things happen to me, and doctors like you are teaching people like me how to regain our health, and I want to help you teach other people." So I thought that was fantastic, and this is Treflin's story. So Treflin halved his body weight between January 2019 and January 2020. It's now about 15 months on, and he's still the same weight of 10.5 stone. He did it by a combination of low carb and intermittent fasting and a technique called OMAD, which stands for 1 meal a day. Towards the end of 2019, Treflin and I set up approximately 16 face-to-face groups in Warrington. But then, of course, COVID happened. And then in COVID, we had to start getting our message across in a different way. So we both started doing Zoom meetings. Treflin does one twice a week, and he set up a Facebook group called Local Loafer, which stands for low carb, low fat. And I set up a WhatsApp group called Low Carb Champions. If anybody wants to talk to me about it, they can email me at joannmccormack@nhs.net. But these are the key points that I'd like to make about running a WhatsApp group and running a Zoom group for building low carb communities. So you probably wonder where people came from. I've got a phone number on my website, which is www.fatismyfriend.co.uk, but I'm also known to GPs and nurses in Warrington, and they often email details of patients over to me. And with the WhatsApp group, I set up a mission statement. I think a good mission statement is very important. I always welcome new people with a message about what it's for, which is basically we share recipes, we share websites, we give each other moral support. You might want to get a dedicated phone rather than using your own. And I always have a link into the weekly Zoom meeting, which I currently run on Saturday mornings. The links to the useful sites and books are very helpful and get stored in the media section. And they will only start from the time you join the WhatsApp group, but you can always ask people to repost things. And it does provide support in between the twice yearly group consultations, which are often done by your practice nurse or by a doctor. And just before I move on to key points for Zoom, I'd like to say that the only problems that I've had with WhatsApp have been where people have really posted too often. And so people get fed up with the large numbers of postings. That doesn't seem to happen anymore, but it did happen initially. So I suggest to people that they mute it and just look at the posts maybe every day or every week, or as often as they want to, periodically. The other problem is sometimes people post something inappropriate, usually just something that they've meant to put in a different group. So I just send them a message and ask them to delete it. Now, every Friday, I put a message on about the meeting on Saturday. Sometimes it's run by other people within the group, not by me. And we cover whatever topics people want to cover. For instance, last week, we talked a lot about growing your own food. I always try and bear in mind that people have to have their individual goals for better success, and that in the WhatsApp group we provide a lot of resources. We also talk about doing things in increments and not all at once, and we also support each other by noticing the changes and by noticing how people look healthier, look like they've got more energy, look like they've slimmed down. And we notice when they say things like, "Oh, I've stopped all my pain medication," which is great. I do mute everybody at the beginning, and I suggest that people do wear headphones so there's no ambient noise. I also suggest that people leave the camera off if they're camera shy. And I try to keep a note of the messages that are coming through so that I can answer them or ask somebody in the group whether they've got any answers. And lately I decided to start to dedicate one group a month to messages for new people. So that we systematically work through suggestions for lunches, for breakfast, for dinners, for snacks, suggestions of what to do if you fall off the wagon and you want to get back on again. And we also talk about topics like sleep and relaxation and intermittent fasting. That's about it, really. If anybody does have any questions, please do email me at joannemccormack@nhs.net. And thank you very much for your time.